We're going Deity difficulty, random leader, shuffle map type, small, with a disaster intensity of 2. Let's begin.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. And so it is upon your broad shoulders, Theodore Roosevelt, to charge forth and lead your people on their great adventure. Use your military might to give the peoples of your homeland the square deal they so desperately deserve. Surely, you will raise America into the limelight and attract visitors from across the oceans just to see your lands. Bully for you, Mr. President.
All right, let's have a look at how we start. So, a few hills. And let me just change one setting on my computer. There we go. All right, where should we settle? That is the question. If I settle right here, then I'll get the 2-2 tile that I'm standing on. And I'll move away from this desert a little bit. And I'll move closer to this other 2-2 tile. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Let's work the 2-2 tile. And go for a scout. We could improve the quarry with mining. Hello, barbarian. Would you like to have a fight? I suppose not. How is that? How is that not using one movement point? Okay, let's get a slinger. Just have to change another setting real quick. Okay, apologies for that. I'll start moving our warrior back towards home. Oh, and there is a card. Melee units do full damage to... Oh, and anti-cavalry do full damage to city walls. A lot of desert hills over there. And here is another military city-state Valletta. Their bonus allows us to buy encampment district buildings with faith and walls with faith with a discount.
When you find yourself in a...
And we managed to get a first meet on Antananarivo. And this is civilization gains 2% culture for each great person it has ever earned. So we've got our mining. Let's work towards pottery.
It was a fantastic landscape.
Mount Rorima. Looks like Candy is inhabiting it right now. And we also got the meeting bonus for that.
At his best.
So no need to get God King for the Pantheon. Let's keep scouting. Okay, we've got our slinger now, so we can have a look a little bit more south. I want to bring my warrior back. Let's grab a settler. There's Scythia. And we also get the writing boost. Let's send her a delegation. I'll have a quick look what she thinks of us. -6 first impressions. I've seen better, but I've also seen much worse. There's a tribal village. And we got the mysticism boost, which I think means found a pantheon, so that's kind of useless since we were going to do that anyway. Let's hit the warrior. And keep scouting around with our scout.
No man ever wet.
Can now finish off that warrior. Question is, what do we want to go for next? There's no real need to get animal husbandry. And I've got nowhere really to get the irrigation boost. I would like to upgrade those bananas. The olives aren't in range. I suppose that's because we moved out of range. But that's fine. I think maybe we go early pyramids. Maybe. We do have an okay campus right here. So let's get writing.
Every nation.
Work towards early empire. And there's another barbarian camp. Luckily with America we get not only the +5 from the policy card, but we get the +5 from being on the same continent, which... There is another continent over here, so that's good to know. Okay, maybe we'll get our archery boost. We could settle on the olives. We could settle up here. That would probably be advisable, because there's some nice compass locations. Yeah, let's do that. It's a bit closer as well. In terms of next move, I'm feeling fairly secure for another settler right now. There's a promotion. Maybe we can get bronze working on the next turn. Settle on the hill. It's a little bit more easily defensible. There's military tradition and bronze working. Oh, hello, Dido. How do you feel about us? Pretty bad. And they're quite close as well, worryingly. Let's skip turn on the scout. But they are on our continent. Kind of annoying about this barbarian scout. Not sure if that's going to be an issue. In terms of Pantheon, we're going to have to take a little moment to figure out what we want to get here. In terms of appeal, we've got some decent appeal tiles for the faith, but I'm not seeing much of a faith game this game. We don't have a lot of plantations. Who knows about strategic resources? We only have one camp. Not seeing a lot of great options right now. Yes, we could go religious settlements. However, if I do go religious settlements, I'm quite vulnerable to the scout. Perhaps fertility rites, then I can at least improve the stone. To get the masonry boost. Either a monument is in order, or a trader. Let's go trader because we've got a few safe city-states to trade with. I'm going to move my scout back, my warrior back. I'm thinking about it. That was probably this scout's barbarian encampment that I destroyed a moment ago. Okay, let's move towards that tribal village. Oh, thanks, Candy. I'll step out of the way and maybe he'll start attacking the barbarian camp. Okay, so I could get maybe a couple more mines. I could get the pasture. I don't have animal husbandry yet, though.
Writing means shit.
Okay, not too worried about that camp. It's a little way away. Okay, so let's get animal husbandry so we can improve the pasture for the boost. Do we want to buy it? Second thoughts. I think we'll just save the builder charge. Don't need to use it right now. Let's have a little peek down there. Start moving our slinger back. Maybe we can get that archery boost. It may very well be worth getting that cattle after all. Okay, well done, Candy, but I still want my goody hut. Let's settle the olives. Okay, now we can think about the campus. Let's get the +3 campus. Free recon unit, pretty useful. Okay, +40, not bad. Someone's completed Great Bath. See what's this side of the capital. Next turn. Stonehenge has been built. There's the craftsmanship and horseback riding boosts. Which way do we want to go? We could go bronze working. Okay, so +4 compass over here. Let's take that. Interesting sailing boost. Just going to leave the slinger there to spot. There's yet another continent. Get the Valletta envoy. There's Khmer. Hello, Khmer. What do you think of us? -4. Now, I think I'm going to go down with my scout just to check whether Dido's sending any units. Let's get a monument in Boston.
Skill without imagination is...
Okay. I think the production that we have is useful. We will get that boost for not bronze working, state workforce quite soon. A lot of horses over there. And that's the irrigation boost, which is actually really useful. Not seeing any units from Dido. There's the boosts that we wanted. Let's go ahead and grab a monument. You can just stay here, warrior.
It was luxuries like it.
Okay, so let's get Raina in Washington. That will prevent us from having to approve many of those tiles. If you could just give us 21 gold instead. More? More? Even more? No. But it's a good thought. Let's get a few open borders agreements. I already got it with Scythia. All right. A little bit of extra gold there, and we're actually close to a golden age.
I'm also interested.
Let's get irrigation.
Behold.
And there's our golden age with Halong Bay. Let's just take the promotion and run away a little bit with our scout. He's annoyed at us because we don't have a religion and we're not getting a lot of faith. I think it's just faith income, actually. Maybe a government plaza next. Let's go for political philosophy and promote Reina so that we get gold from some of those unimproved tiles. She's going to establish next turn. Oh, hello, Fez. We don't have a religion, so you're not going to be very useful, but it's always nice to have a scientific city-state nearby.
The man who has grit enough.
Just move a little bit closer towards Dido, make sure she's not sending an army. Looks like Scythia is not super aggressive with us right now. Maybe let's make friends. Just looking to see what I could purchase. And what tiles are we working? Yeah, definitely want some of these 6 yield tiles. We're not really focused on beelining anything right now. It would be interesting to maybe get a government plaza either next to this campus or this campus. If I put it here, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 tiles surrounding it. If I put it here, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 tiles surrounding it. This looks like a volcano, so let's put it here because I don't want it to get destroyed. Having said that, there is the iron here. But that might be even better because if we get a industrial zone here, we'll get the adjacency from the iron. We'll have 1, 2... See, if I get a government plaza there, then it negates the additional mine. But I think it's still worth it because we'll be getting the adjacency from the government plaza anyway. I think that makes sense. Because we'll get a science boost pretty much immediately as soon as that's built. In terms of what we want to work towards, I could maybe get a holy site. I mean, there is a little bit of competition for a religion, but not so much. Alright, let's work towards mathematics, because I feel like over here would be a nice Petricity. Let's take a monument. We'll level out our culture a little bit. I don't want to get too far ahead with science. Just stand on that hill. Okay, I've sent me a delegation as well. And there's the Golden Age. Excuse me while I take a drink. We're not really going to be getting commercial hubs soon. That would give us extra culture, which we actually need. Exodus of the Evangelists, if we did actually want to end up with a religion. One person, Dido's already got a religion. So I think we're actually in the running for a religion. So let's go Exodus of the Evangelists. We've carved out a nice little area of land. I may want to settle over here just to stop Scythia from getting any closer. So let's see. In 4 turns, we'll be able to upgrade our government plaza some more. I think it's worth starting on this next settler, regardless. Okay, and there's a Dido settler. Could be moving up this way. Now, if I declare war and get that settler, I don't think I'm going to come out alive. Let's see. She can hit me once. She won't be able to get around to hit me twice. I think I'm actually okay to declare war on her here and get this settler. It's a bit risky, granted. Let's do it. it means that Scythia is not a fan of us. Because she doesn't like it when you declare war, apparently. Let's get the extra gold. Now, I wasn't expecting that.
Money.
Am I on my own continent? Yes, so I do get the extra combat strength. Whether I make this out of this alive, I don't know. Let's move our warrior back a little bit and move the scout down for support. And let's get a granary here because it's growing quite slowly. So, still not sure if I'm going to get out of this alive. If I move here, then I can only take damage from that slinger. Except, there is that warrior there as well. Okay, we'll leave the scout there. Damn.
Politics is the art.
Okay, we could look to conquer Phoenicia. With a bit of extra combat strength. We don't quite have as much science as her, so if we are going to go down that route, I need to get additional science. Let's get military tradition for the extra strength. And what do we want to do here? We want the extra production. We want production towards settlers. We want production towards ancient and classical melee and ranged units. And I don't have a trade route, so let's get influence points towards envoys.
Bravery.
Not really much point going for the great general points when people are generating so many. We want to get recorded history as soon as humanly possible. That will mean that we should be able to win the war with Phoenicia. Okay, this scout can just spot. I just want to make sure there's no combat units coming down towards me from Phoenicia. I was going to get Ancestral Hall, but since I made that horrible decision to try to steal that settler, I mean, I guess it could have paid off, right? There was a small chance that it could have paid off. But yeah, let's go for the library because I want to take a science lead against Phoenicia. And there is the settler again. And remember, guys, he's on our continent, so we do have extra combat strength. I could get a route to Antananarivo. It's a little bit insecure with that scout going around, though, so I'm not super interested in that. Let's get it to Washington. That's just going to give us a bit of extra production to get that signed sooner. Now, I think it's worth going back and getting archery. If we are going to prosecute a war, we're going to need some kind of firepower. Okay, interesting choice. Moving there. I do have a lot of gold in case I want to buy some archers. Okay. That's kind of annoying. If we can maybe get in between this scout and the spearman, that would be useful.
I shot an arrow into...
Let's just hit him. We're probably going to die, but we're going to die either way. We don't have the horses yet. I've got an iron mine. It's not in range. Let's get astrology because we're working towards a great profit. Okay, lost a warrior, but not a big deal. Let's claim the great profit. That's pretty nice. Obviously nowhere to put him just now. So let's do a bit of scouting with him. Okay, so what we want to do is just purchase a nice little bit of an army. We'll get an archer up here because we've got a production bonus on archery. Oh, well, on any of those types of units. I'll move towards that scout to try and block him a little bit. Okay, Valletta's actually being pretty helpful attacking the swordsman there.
I don't believe in astrology.
Obviously, we're just going to want to settle right there, and the swordsman's not too much of a threat. I would like to get a monument there. So still lagging behind in science against Phoenicia, but we'll be getting our campus adjacency bonus shortly. Let's get masonry so that we can at least have the option for walls. And we'll get a envoy in Fez so that it'll get us a little bit more science. Okay, let's hit the scout. Ah, nice, we got a little promotion there.
All the world's a stage,